Israel is a nation in a politically unstable region with hostile neighbors. Any conceivable confrontation could erupt at any time, including missile assaults from states opposed to Israel's existence. Because of its proximity to these foes, Israel is constantly under threat of missile assault. This threat has prompted Israel to construct a cutting-edge defense system capable of providing 24-hour airspace security against high-speed missiles. Have you ever pondered how powerful Israel's defense system is and what consequences its most recent improvements in defense may have? Join the Naval Power Channel to learn about Israel's rigorous testing of their aerial defense system. Israel has built a top-tier, extremely powerful missile defense system, a shield that functions around the clock and can counter high-speed missiles. This method safeguards Israel's airspace while simultaneously demonstrating the country's resilience and inventiveness. But what types of missiles can Israel's air defense realistically withstand? And what effect would this development have on Israel's military defense capabilities? Let us find out. Since its declaration of independence in 1948, Israel has faced various conflicts and defended its borders with a variety of weapons. During the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, Israel depended solely on World War II-era armaments, such as handguns, mortars, and primitive armored vehicles. By 1956, the Suez Crisis had occurred. Israel joined forces with France and the United Kingdom in a war against Egypt, which was the first time Israel's Air Force used modern aircraft. Later, during the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel won decisively, thanks in part to French Mirage 3 fighter jets that ensured air superiority. This war also saw the deployment of Soviet T-54 and T-55 tanks. During the 1973 Yom Kippur War, more modern American fighter jets debuted, stressing the necessity of anti-tank rockets, particularly the Soviet-made RPG-7, which Arab troops were using. By the 1990s, tensions had risen when Hezbollah launched multiple missiles into northern Israel from Lebanon, posing an unanticipated and substantial security risk for the Israel Defense Forces, IDF. Faced with a recurring threat from these strikes, Israeli officials began to examine the creation of a short-range missile defense system. However, the project ran into difficulties after U.S. defense authorities expressed legitimate worries about the finances and resources needed to create an effective missile defense system. Nonetheless, the Israeli Ministry of Defense maintained its rigorous research and development efforts, cooperating with leading experts. Finally, they created the concept for the Iron Dome, a breakthrough defensive system that not only reflects Israel's commitment to defending its citizens, but also illustrates the country's ability to innovate and adapt in the face of more complex security threats. The tale of Iron Dome begins in 2004. Brigadier General Daniel Gold, the IDF's research and development chief, and a fervent supporter of the initiative, even circumvented military procurement procedures to acquire funds. Gold also played an important role in gaining political backing for the project. During the Second Lebanon War in 2006, Hezbollah fired over 4,000 missiles into northern Israel, including Haifa, the country's third-largest city. The assaults killed 44 civilians and drove around 250,000 Israelis to leave. During the southern Israel conflict, around 1 million Israelis were forced to seek refuge in bomb shelters or surrounding areas. Hamas fired more than 1,000 missiles from Gaza between 2000 and 2008. 120mm Grad rocket launchers, which offered a longer range and posed a greater threat than other systems, launched the majority of these rockets. This position constituted a serious security concern for Israel and the millions of southern Israelis within missile range. Despite the attacks and the challenging security situation, the world responded differently to the Israeli people's predicament. Israel's allies, particularly the United States and many Western nations, have regularly stated support for Israel's right to self-defense while condemning rocket strikes on civilians. People all across the world prayed for Israel to endure these difficult tribulations, with everyone yearning for peace and safety for the Israeli people, strength through adversity, and a glimmer of hope in the midst of chaos. We conveyed these prayers and professions of faith in the hopes that peace and tranquility would soon return to this region. In February 2007, Defense Minister Amir Peretz chose the Iron Dome system as a defensive measure to fight short-range missile attacks, with the goal of protecting civilians from escalating dangers. Since then, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and the Israel Defense Forces have collaborated to create the $210 million system. Israel is in the process of developing one of its most advanced defensive systems, which is capable of detecting and neutralizing various airborne threats such as short-range rockets, artillery shells, and ballistic missiles. Since its original deployment, Iron Dome has been well known for its high interception rate, which protects both people and important military equipment from missiles and and rockets. So, what gives the Iron Dome system its extraordinary power? What gives it near-perfect intercepting capabilities? How does it operate? Let us continue investigating. The Iron Dome's primary objective is to identify and eliminate immediate threats from short-range projectiles, notably missiles and 155mm artillery shells with ranges of up to 43 miles. The outstanding feature of Iron Dome is its operational efficacy, which is unaffected by external environmental conditions. Whether day or night, under adverse weather circumstances, or dealing with many threats at once, this system's flexibility and dependability shine through, emphasizing its critical role in defending Israel's territory and population. Iron Dome's detection and tracking radar, developed in partnership with the IDF, is at the heart of the system. This radar system's primary function is to detect incoming missile launches and continually follow their trajectories. It scans wide areas quickly using phased array radar modules, which can monitor numerous targets at the same time. The Iron Dome radar sends electromagnetic waves into space and then receives return signals from things within its surveillance range. The radar can calculate and estimate the location, speed, and direction of moving targets, allowing it to analyze and assess the threat level. Depending on the target, the radar can detect threats up to 43 miles away, providing the system ample time to counter threats from rockets, artillery, and UAVs. The radar instantly communicates the target's location and trajectory to Iron Dome's command and interception system. Real-time data processing allows the system to monitor any changes in the target's direction or speed, resulting in improved interception accuracy. This vigilant eye not only sees but also understands, quickly determining the threat level of each target. Many believe that this capacity has made Iron Dome extremely precise and adaptable. What is your opinion on this matter? If you agree, leave a comment below the video to share your thoughts. Along with the radar eye, another crucial component is the Battle Management and Weapon Control Center, or BMC, which is considered the strategic heart of Iron Dome, coordinating all critical defensive actions and decisions. This center, established through a partnership between Rafael and Israeli software company Esed Systems, is in charge of processing all radar data and precisely assessing the trajectory of suspected threats. The system will only launch the intercepting missile when it deems a target to pose a serious threat to a specific location, ensuring each launch is highly precise and resource-efficient. The missile launcher unit is the system's final component, responsible for launching Tamir interceptor missiles. Rafael designed Tamir, which features superior electro-optic sensors and several control fins to improve maneuverability and precision. Each Iron Dome battery normally consists of 3 to 4 launchers, each of which can carry up to 20 interceptor missiles, allowing the system to deal with several threats at once. The readiness of these launchers illustrates not only Iron Dome's strength, but also the flawless integration of technology and tactics. The efficient operation and high-tech coordination of Iron Dome demonstrate its success. The system's ELM 2084 radar continuously sweeps the airspace for threats and captures initial trajectory data, which is required for accurate interception calculations. When the radar provides the necessary data, the command center quickly analyzes and evaluates the threat level, ensuring that only real threats are attacked. The system launches an interceptor when it determines a threat to be genuinely dangerous. Iron Dome swiftly switches into combat mode when it detects a threat, launching an interceptor missile to neutralize the target before it reaches the intended impact area. The Tamir missile's improved maneuverability enables it to precisely intercept targets, increasing the system's overall efficacy. So, as weapon technology evolves, can a sophisticated defense system like Iron Dome be able to maintain its edge? Do you believe the Iron Dome system is Israel's perfect shield? Please share your ideas in the comments below. What distinguishes Iron Dome as Israel's invisible missile defense system? Join Naval Power to learn more about this defense system. What distinguishes Iron Dome from standard missile defense systems is its novel deployment strategy. Unlike centralized systems which cluster all components together, Iron Dome has a dispersed structure in which each launcher operates independently and can be managed remotely over a secure wireless link. This configuration offers tremendous flexibility, allowing the system to respond quickly to evolving threats. According to reports, each Iron Dome battery is capable of providing protection, An urban area of about 58 square miles demonstrates its vast coverage capacity. Iron Dome's fundamental goal of providing comprehensive protection against constantly emerging threats aligns well with this strategy. However, the armed Hamas group in Gaza launched a massive missile attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, firing thousands of rockets at various locations throughout Israel. According to reports, more than 3,000 rockets infiltrated Israel's defenses, killing around 1,300 Israelis. Israel responded by promptly launching a counter-offensive and declaring war on Hamas. Shortly after, Israel decided to deploy its powerful laser defense system into the fight, signaling a key strategic shift in this conflict. Israel began researching laser weapons in the mid-1970s when military officials saw the potential for this technology to improve defense capabilities. Working with major defense corporations such as Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, and Rafael, Israel focused on understanding the fundamental principles of laser technology and its possible defense applications. They had some early success with fundamental prototypes. This form of laser technology, as demonstrated by the successful 1976 test of a 10-kilowatt gas dynamic laser, creates energy through chemical reactions rather than electrical energy sources. The gas dynamic laser generates energy through chemical reactions, allowing it to output a laser beam powerful enough to harm airborne targets. One advantage of gas dynamic lasers is their capacity to generate beams with power ranging from tens to hundreds of kilowatts, adequate for destroying objects such as rockets, missiles, and drones. Although initially successful, this development paved the way for subsequent advancements, sparking ambitions to construct high-energy lasers for defensive purposes. During the 1982 Lebanon War, Israel deployed precision-guided weapons, signifying a trend toward more advanced and precise weaponry. By the mid-1990s, Israel had continued its work with the United States to create a battle laser system with the goal of building a short-range missile defense system employing chemical lasers based on deuterium fluoride that could generate up to 2 megawatts of power. The range is sufficient to thwart unguided artillery projectiles and rockets while they are in flight. Rafael formally unveiled the Iron Beam technology in 2014, which is also known as Karen Barzel in Hebrew and Megan or Light Shield. With an effective range of up to 4.3 miles, this directed energy weapon can intercept and neutralize short-range threats like rockets, artillery shells, and mortar rounds. Iron Beam works with Iron Dome to neutralize missiles thrown from a greater distance and can intercept drones, establishing itself as the sixth critical component in Israel's integrated defense system. Along with Arrow 2, Arrow 3, David's Sling, and Iron Dome, Iron Beam employs fiber optic lasers to generate directed energy beams that can work independently. Alternatively, it could be integrated into a larger air defense system to enhance response capabilities to airborne threats. Many believe that Iron Beam's laser technology will usher in a new era of defense. What are your thoughts? Please share your opinions in the comments. Iron Beam's operation starts with recognizing threats using surveillance and tracking platforms, followed by prompt counteraction. So, why are directed energy weapons such as Iron Beam more effective than typical missile interception systems? Their low operational costs, continuous firing capability, and minimal human interaction contribute to this advantage. Furthermore, they avoid the issue of interceptor missile debris landing in protected areas, making each interception safer. Iron Beam costs roughly $2 per shot, but standard interceptor missile launches cost $100,000 to $150,000. According to reports from 2016, Iron Beam's laser has a power output of tens of kilowatts. By 2020, the system should be able to engage targets at a distance of 4.3 miles, eliminating missiles, UAVs, and mortar rounds within 4 seconds of contact. Iron Beam makes use of a solid-state laser to generate high-power beams using electrically stimulated crystals or semiconductor materials. When radar detects a threat, such as a rocket, artillery round, or UAV, the target tracking system latches onto it. The laser beam is precisely aimed at the moving object. Once secured, the system fires a powerful laser beam, causing extreme heat on the target's surface. This heat can melt, deform, or damage critical components, leading the target to explode or collapse. Iron Beam launches its laser immediately after achieving target lock. The laser's near-light speed pace allows it to address threats far faster than interceptor missiles. Experts predicted that by 2023, Iron Beam's power will approach 100 kilowatts, allowing the system to focus its beam with coin-sized precision at a range of 6.2 miles. The Israeli Ministry of Defense and the United States supported Rafael's 5 years of solid-state laser research and development. Originally designed for mobility and autonomous operation, Iron Beam eventually underwent a stationary system conversion to optimize weight and power. This change also permitted interaction with the Iron Dome system, lowering overall complexity. The original proposal called for 2 laser units with power levels ranging from 100 to 150 kilowatts, enough to effectively defend against close-range attacks attacks. While Israel continues to upgrade its defensive systems, it remains concerned about Iran's nuclear ambitions. Iran recently drew global notice when it unveiled its Fatah hypersonic missile. This two-stage solid-fuel missile has a maximum range of 870 miles and terminal phase speeds of Mach 13 to Mach 15. What truly distinguishes Fatah is the warhead's unique spherical engine. It utilizes solid fuel and a movable nozzle to offer accurate multi-directional control and flexibility in various environmental circumstances. Fatah's extraordinary speed not only increases its range but also dramatically reduces target response time, posing a formidable challenge to defense systems. Notably, Fatah's agility enables it to operate both within and outside of the environment. Iran claims that this missile can overcome all existing missile defense systems, perhaps representing a significant improvement in Iranian missile technology. If Fatah's capabilities are demonstrated, this hypersonic missile might offer a huge challenge to global missile defense designs, potentially confounding modern systems such as Iron Dome. These are designed for slower-moving threats with more predictable paths. This development raises regional worries and adds a new dimension to the global security environment. However, Israel's military technology and capabilities are well known, and the launch of its powerful laser defense system, Iron Beam, in April 2022 strengthened Israel's strategic position even more. Nevertheless, Israel's technological prowess and military capabilities are indisputable. The Israeli Ministry of Defense and Rafael stated in 2022 that Iron Beam has successfully intercepted unmanned aerial vehicles, missiles, mortars, and anti-tank rockets. This achievement is a significant milestone for Iron Beam, which functions effectively across small distances ranging from a few hundred meters to several miles. This feature is particularly advantageous given the concerns that Iron Dome's ammunition might not be enough to withstand continuous attacks. Under pressure, Prime Minister Naftali Bennett announced in February 2022 that Israel will deploy Iron Beam within a year. However, Rafael predicted in October of that year that it might take an additional 2 to 3 years for the system to reach 100 kilowatts of power and be fully operational. In May 2023, Rafael plans to release the naval version of Iron Beam for installation on warships. This naval Iron Beam provides 100 kilowatts of electricity across a distance of many miles, defending ships from threats such as UAV swarms and anti-ship missiles. The mechanism allows for flexible deployment by maintaining the turret's size and integrating it into ship structures or containerized components. Israel expects to install the naval Iron Beam on its Reef-class corvettes within the next 4 to 5 years. Iron Beam significantly improves Israel's defensive capabilities by providing improved precision and cost-effectiveness against close-range threats such as mortars and missiles. Because Iron Dome primarily targets farther-off targets, Iron Beam's short-range capability is particularly crucial. Despite ongoing wars with neighboring countries, Iron Beam's contribution to Israel's military capability is indisputable. Notably, the interception cost per shot for Iron Beam is only a few dollars, compared to almost $100,000 for Iron Dome, indicating a significant technological and financial advantage for Israel's defense system. Although there have been Iron Beam deployment agreements since 2020, the system's official operational status is still unknown. The program's secret may stem from the sensitivity of laser weapon technology and its defensive applications. Nonetheless, hopes remain high for Iron Beam's complete integration into Israel's defense system. Iron Beam serves an important role in Israel's multi-layered defense network. Complementary systems such as Arrow, David's Sling, and Iron Dome provide comprehensive protection and the ability to counter various sorts of missile threats. Iron Beam offers a huge strategic advantage by precisely targeting short-range threats like mortars and rockets, lowering costs, and improving national protection efficacy. Aside from assisting Israel, Iron Beam has the potential to help other countries facing threats from short-range weapons. This technique represents a substantial advancement in laser-based missile defense technology, with the potential to change missile defense strategies around the world. Do you believe this defense system will set the new standard in the military industry? Don't forget to click the link on the screen to see more military videos from Naval Power. See you in the future video.